Let's cut to the chase. Is there a drug that causes someone to kill themselves?
Not directly, no.
That's quite a roundabout response. You're saying there's one that does it indirectly?
Something that puts you into a suicidal mental state. Like that?
That's hard to say. What would a suicidal mental state be?
Like a person with a serious bipolar disorder. It's believed that people are most likely to attempt suicide when swinging from depression to mania.
Clinical depression and bipolar disorder are different. Clinical depression indicates a prolonged state of depression, whereas bipolar disorder is characterized by a passive depressive state accompanied by a very active manic state.
Individuals with clinical depression suffer from low self-esteem and are quite pessimistic, but rarely commit suicide. They do not have the willpower to commit suicide, nor does mania on its own lead to suicide. That has an opposite effect, filling the person with confidence and making them feel as though they're walking on air. Thus, they do not commit suicide.
That's interesting. Neither state causes suicide, but when the condition changes, they might do so.
There is a desire to commit suicide when in a state of depression, but they do not have the willpower to commit such a formidable act. But when they enter mania, they gain a burst of willpower, and their body moves as they desire.
I see. So it means they gain the willpower to commit suicide.
That's how it goes. That's why patients are given sedatives during that time, to keep them from acting on their impulses.
Then was Tomitake bipolar?
People who suffer from bipolar disorder generally commit suicide by more civilized means, like, say, hanging or jumping off a building. Self-harm, as though going through withdrawal, is completely different.
Tomitake's death wasn't civilized, so one would think it was caused by some foreign substance. As I said from the start, tell me of a drug that causes someone to commit suicide.
There are reports that methamphetamine whatever. Fuck words. Overdoses produce a condition that resembles bipolar disorder. It's a stimulant. Barbiturate overdoses are also reported to cause erratic behavior. That's a sleep aid.
There were no signs of stimulants. Are there any other possibilities?
All I can think of is that it's some sort of illness. Something like Graves' disease, which affects the thyroid and is known to cause symptoms that resemble bipolar disorder. But Graves' disease has many characteristic symptoms of its own. The deceased exhibited none of them.
I wonder, is there something that could have happened more spontaneously? Something that fits this case and would cause someone to want to commit suicide all of a sudden?
Are you familiar with the organic mental disorders? In short, it's a condition where the brain is out of whack due to physical injury or illness. It can be caused by drugs, but it can also be caused by physical trauma, violence, a stroke, or even tumors.
Basically, even without a drug, one can succumb to an irregular mental state.
The deceased was surrounded after being chased, and his life was in danger, right? All the stress could have messed with his brain chemistry. He could have hit his head, and those factors combined might have caused him to mutilate himself. It's a possibility.
Could you explain it to me in simpler terms?
Basically, he knocked his noggin in the brawl, and that made him go haywire.
Then his lady didn't have any intent to kill. Just smacked him in a bad place when he necked some change.
Oh. Well, how was I supposed to know it's two men? I'm gonna go with a female doctor because fuck it. But of course, it's not like that.
Undoubtedly.
If it was habitual drug use, if it was something mental, the deceased body holds the key. How are things on your end?
Oh my goodness, look at the time. I need to get back sooner. Kuma-chan will get angry with me.
Yeah. Good luck. Best wishes.
Best wishes. Those guys just now. They had national diet badges.
Is it diet or diet? I learned what this word was! Oh! Hold up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say something. I know diet... The way that this word is said, it's completely different, and the only reason I say it as diet is not because it spelled like the word diet. It's because of Persona 5. They actually say this word wrong. And I can't remember the actual pronunciation for this, because it's not diet. It's not diet. I can't remember the real pronunciation of this word right now. It's slipping my mind. But Persona 5 does get this word wrong. It's not diet. It's not diet. I can't remember what it is. And it's going to annoy me until I'm finished recording to learn what this word is again. On a little side note, Persona 5 can't really make up its mind sometimes with its writing. Like, it doesn't know if it wants to be more of a American writing with honorifics or fully Japanese honorifics like san, chan, senpai, sensei, because sometimes you do see the word Mr. and Mrs., which isn't right because it takes place in Japan, first of all. So translating that is just kind of weird. If I was translated, I would just stick to the honorifics because that's how I am. That's how I write things if I'm going to be culturally correct. That's how I would do it. But anyway, let's continue this and finish my rant for another time.
Then as prefectural assembly members and city councilor Sunizaki. That's interesting. The prefectural assembly member and city councilor are related. It's dirty, is what it is. Shouting out each other's names during elections. While one is up for election, the other holds an assembly, and they double up their campaign activities. Blatantly. I don't know much about this stuff, but isn't that against the rules of the election? As long as they have no prior consultations, there are no restrictions on their political activities. Kuma-chan, the investigation division is going to be pretty tough for you. You should at least brush up on election policies. I'm not suited for the intelligence division. 'Cause I'm dumb. There was prefectural assembly member Sonozaki and city councilor Sonozaki. Also the mayor of Hinamizawa. All of them involved with the Sonozaki family. What crap. Looks like they were seen off by the department of chief and the deputy chief. He came to me. That night, when the chief invited me along to get some Oden, I thought, I thought that was it. You have a lot of connections, so you might have heard something. Did you? Nope. Not a thing. Ma'am, I'll take a tofu fritter and fish cake. Tofu fritter? I've never eaten tofu before. I kind of want to try it. At least I think I haven't eaten tofu before. I'm not completely sure on that part. And I've also never had fish cake? What is fish cake? Someone explain to me things. Explain to me food that I don't know about. A counselor barked at me and the police chief said, "Oh my, is that so? Ma'am, I'll take another bowl." Prefectural Assembly member Sonozaki and City Councilor member were both intimidating. Our snot-nosed career police chief couldn't even handle being yelled at by them. They're like Yakuza. A petition with your name came up regarding how the investigation of the Hinamizuwa incident is being handled. Goodness me. I'm not the faintest. No need to play dumb. You're reopening the past cases regarding Hinamizuwa, aren't you? I've already got my hands full with Tomitake's death, actually. Really? If that's true, then there's no problem. There was a period of silence. While we were silent, we made headway on our food and drink. That was quite the feast. This month has been a bunch of losses for me, so my wallet was feeling the pinch. Much appreciated. It's nothing. Tell me a good horse again. What? Oh, okay. It's horses. Okay. I'll bet on the same one as you. I haven't been doing well there lately. I haven't been able to read the horses at all. Taxi! I'm going by train. The police chief is taking a taxi. I have my own car, but it'd be harsh to drive it home. But it'd be rushed to drive it home. Can't blow it right before retirement with a DUI. Even though he could still rattle off, it looked like his legs were already goo. Pushing him into the cab, I gave the driver the police chief's address. Well, see you again tomorrow. Happy New Year. Oishi-san. Yeah. The past incidents have all been closed. Stop lumping them all together. Those villagers half believe it's really a curse. Well, I'm now convinced. You're going to be retiring next year, aren't you? Weren't you going to pay off your mortgage with your pension and move up to Hokkaido with your mom? Mother pines to return to the land of her birth. It's the least I can do. And the pension, well, it'll let me enjoy myself and Suzuki no. The police chief may issue a special retirement salary raise, he says. A public servant pension is calculated based on their monthly salary. So if you were to get a raise right before retirement, your bonus to your salary would be inflated. And you'd get a heavy surplus of funds. That tends to be how it's done around here. Of course, it's not a custom that's thought of highly. The difference between the bonus and the pension is quite a bit. I'd expect nothing less exemplary from our egghead chief. But, well, they say our salary is compensation for our hard work, but in the end, it really has to do with the passage of time. That's not something I can laugh at, but I'll laugh through it anyway. I don't think it's anything exemplary. But given how hard you've worked, it's not odd that you're getting that much of a pension. I'd like to get that much myself. If I can get it, well, of course I want it. Yeah, I'll get it. You're an adult after all. Sorry for holding you up here, driver. Thank you very much. I closed the door roughly, interrupting the chief's conversation a bit rudely. It looked like the chief still had something to say, but he just smiled wearily and waved. I waved in return. The cab sped up gradually and soon disappeared among the sea of lights. Oh man. I wonder if I really can repay that loan.
Cage-kun been feeling down lately. Maybe he's in a bad mood.
I wonder. Maybe he's on his period.
Mi-chan, that's gross.
What do you think?
Don't know.
Don't know?
Could be that
Kei-chan. Could be that Kei-chan. Maybe...
I don't know.
That day, Kei-chan was in that car talking to some tubby, middle-aged guy, right?
Yeah? No mistake.
That Oishi. He probably fed him something fishy.
He was so serious. Keiichi-kun's face was so pale.
You see, you might not know this, but he's actually the messenger of Oyashiro-sama.
Huh? What do you mean?
Whenever he shows up, someone is demoned away. No lie.
Oh? Is that so?
The year before last, Marika-chan's mom drowned, right? Right before that, she was visited by Oishi.
Now that you mention it, it happened before Satoshi-kun transferred out.
Transferred? You're so sweet, Rena.
So this time he's appeared before Keiichi-kun. So Keiichi-kun is going to be demoned away too?
An empty silence hung in the air. And then it was suddenly interrupted. By loud laughter.